Good morning, children. So let's start our today's class with the chapter number 7, graphic presentation of statistics. In the previous chapter, we learned about different type of charts. Now we are discussing about the graphic presentation. These are also graphs, and but how it is useful. First of all, we will discuss about that why it is we are doing the graphs. So the like diagrammatic presentation, graphic presentation also provide a quick and easier way to understanding the various trend of data. It is also facilitates and process the comparison of the two and more situations in front of us when the data is there and if we want to comparison in their data. So graphic presentation is very easy to understand those things. Actually, why graphic presentation is easy? Can you tell me? There are some advantages of graphic presentation. Attractive and impressive. Graphs are always attractive and impressive. Then a table or a figure, a fact that is ordinary men cannot understand easily, can understand through the graph. So that is why you can say it is a more representative. Or one of the person said that a picture is a worth of 1,000 words. So it works here. Simple and understandable presentation of data. Graph helps to present complex data into simple form. Easily they can divide it or make it, and that will be understandable for all the persons. So it saves the energy and time of a statistician also, and 2 hours also. Useful in comparison. If the graph is there, it is easy to compare two things with each other. Location and position of the average. Graph provides a method of locating certain positional averages like mean, mode, quartiles, etc. So no need to mathematical knowledge for the making of the graphical. It is a technical process and easy and simple. If you want to make it, one or two per person can make it. So helpful in the prediction. Graph is a tendency that it can provide the data for the future prediction also by the comparison or by seeing the components of the different angular and universal. All people knows about this, just like a traffic signs, medical sign, it is universal. So likewise that graph is also a universal thing. Everyone can know about it and they can use there, and it will be most used in the government department, advertisement department, trade and economics department for comparison, for making the data simple. So you can say, and sometimes it's very accurate. That is also a main advantages of the graph. Now we are discussing about two types of graph. Previously there is a two type of graph is used. One is frequency distribution graph and another is time series graph. So first of all we will see that frequency distribution graph. In case of frequency distribution, data is expressed in terms of the item of the class interval. The class limit or the mid value are taken along with the x-axis and frequencies along the y-axis. So most common graphs are used in the frequency distribution graph is line frequency graph, frequency diagram also say, histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, ogive or cumulative frequency curve. So first of all we will discuss about the frequency diagram. So frequency data is the form of a group frequency distribution are generally represented by the frequency diagram like histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve and ogive. So let us discuss such type of use to depict the discrete series in the construction of line frequency graph. The value of a variable are measured on an x-axis and corresponding frequency on the y-axis. And this will helpful to easily make to them. Next is histogram. We will discuss histogram. Histogram is a graph of a frequency distribution in which the class intervals are plotted on the y-axis and their respective frequencies on the x-axis and their respective frequencies on the y-axis. It is two-dimensional diagram. Histogram is a very popular method of presenting continuous series and class interval frequency distribution. A histogram is never drawn for the discrete variables. Height or length of each rectangle shows the frequency of the class, and breadth indicates the size of a class interval. Therefore, total area covered by histogram present the total frequencies. Here, example of the histogram is also given here. So these are the histogram like that, plain up to here. So each rectangle is adjacent to other to give the continuous picture. Histogram can also be used to determine the value of mode. Discuss it next in the next when we will learn about that. So I will tell you. The technique of constructing histogram is illustrated in the following cases is here. That equal class intervals are given, unequal class intervals are given, midpoints are given, inclusive class intervals are given. All we are making on this technique, on this type of diagram. So equal class of interval, in case of equal class interval, the height of each rectangle is taken to be equal to the frequency of the corresponding class.